Hi again. Welcome to another shed chat. It's really noisy outside, really windy. It really is. Got up a bit of a storm out there. We're supposed to. There's some storm Aiden or something we've been hit by at the moment, apparently. So yeah, It's really mild though for the time of year. We are into November now. Yeah, Halloween's been and gone. And yeah, we're moving on now to a basically non-existent bonfire night because our local one has been cancelled, and I think most of because we'll be in lockdown again. So yeah, it to be honest won't massively affect me. It's much the same as before. I'll be able to carry on working because I work with Laura, work together, live together. So we'll be able to work. We're out in the gardens anyway. And the rest of the time I'm at home anyway. Really, I'll be in the shed, place I, to be honest, really like to get to. But sometimes the sort of effort from getting off the sitting down watching the telly to getting out here and getting light on and sorted is a bit of a struggle sometimes. When I'm out here, I love it. So anyway, a few things going on here, and there has been a few things going on. So I'll show you a few little bits. And yeah. There's another video I'm going to do. It's just showing you something regarding the Honda engine. So that'll be a separate video. And I'll actually start on the bench first. I had a breakdown with my Husqvarna Pro battery hedge cutter. It's been a good tool for a couple of years, but I think it has given up now. I did have a little look in here today just to see if the gears and cogs had sort of worn, which they don't seem to have done. Let me just get the light there for you. It all looks pretty good in there. It all turns okay, but I think they have like an electric motor in them, and I think the motor's gone. I've sort of had a look online. It seems to be very expensive to get the spare parts for it, so I think this one could be rubbish. What do you do with it? You know, I don't know what parts are any good for the new one I bought, because I had to buy a new one because if I use petrol ones for too long I get really numb hands. So this has been really good, but yeah, I think the motor might have given up. I have got a Husqvarna dealer probably 20 odd miles away. I don't ever really, I buy these when I buy these, buy them online. So I might just I want to go there for a couple of parts for the new one I bought. I want an end of the blade protector thing, so for the new one. So I want to go there, and I might just ask them, you know, is this worth repairing? If they could repair it, I would be prepared to pay £100 out, but no more really. New ones are about £300 now, just over 300. So it'd be worth spending that. I've just got to put a clip back on and put the cover back on. I'll do that in a minute before I get some other stuff on the bench. So there's that. That is just basically, at the moment I'm thinking it's scrap, but if I can get through some point to this place, I'll see. Actually, I'm not a million miles from there in the morning, so I'm tempted to take a drive through there in the morning. I'll see how things go. In there, these have been sitting in the shed a long time. They're two Honda GCV 190 engines. One has got a bent crankshaft, and one has got a slip valve guide. Slip valve guide generally I've found means you push them back and they slip again. I will go into that in this separate video. But what the idea is to take the good crank out of the one with the slip guide and put it in the one with the bent crank. So that'll be a little video. You'll probably remember from the last shed video I had the Honda hedge cutter. Well, you can see now the engine part isn't on that. I used it, but it really at times really smoked bad and was really smelling really oily. So now there's bits in that box, and I've ordered a piston for it, and piston rings and new seals. So I'm going to give it a go. The piston weren't really marked too much. It was a slight little bit wear in the bore, which I've just sort of sanded a little bit just to take the edge off it a bit, because I'm just going to try a piston and see how it goes. It isn't worth buying. The piston part, the cylinder part is actually like part of the engine, so it'd be expensive to buy that part, but the piston was cheap. And I got that off Amazon, but let me just flick back and I'll tell you something about Amazon. At the moment with Amazon, Laura's on online now trying to sort it. We had 2 payments come out today, totaling to about £220. And we haven't made them orders. So she's gone through and managed to sort of get through. We've stopped the card, and we stopped the card, and she looked through. And as much as I need a holiday and would like a holiday, I don't think it's a time of year for ordering tents. Apparently 2 tents have been ordered on our account, which we haven't ordered. That one we've managed to cancel. One says it's been shipped already. I think they're from the name of the tents, and they look Chinese. So I don't know whether it's been ordered from there. I come out before we found out about that. But yeah, I think the scams are starting. So it's sort of more scam time round, getting up towards Christmas and all the deals and everything this time of year. Yeah, the scams do start. So she's trying to sort out that. So just keep your eye on your bank account, because if you order a lot from Amazon and other places as well, always keep a lookout on your bank and make sure that these unauthorised payments aren't coming out. The strange thing, they've bought it. It's been bought and shipped to our address. It's not like it's been bought and shipped to another address. So don't quite understand what's going on there. But hopefully she gets to the bottom of that, and I'll be back with a bit of an update on that one. Yeah, I can ill afford to spend £200 odd at the moment. But yeah, just watch out, because the scams do start, and you've got to be on top of these things. The good thing about the online banking is you can stop the card, and also as well, she's gone straight in. It's an obvious one, but to change the password straight away. So yeah, that's a bit frustrating on Sunday evening, you're having to mess around with that. But these things, I suppose, do happen, and even big companies like massive companies like Amazon, you get hackers and that. So yeah, so I'll see what else. There's something else I want to show you as well. I'll just get a torch. If you see in there's a BG86 steel blower. Well, he doesn't watch my channels. My dad doesn't. So I don't think he does. He never mentioned he does. He doesn't know I've even got a channel. But oh, excuse me. That is a blower I've sorted out for his birthday. It's actually running really good. I sort of made it up from the spare parts of the other one I featured on here in the last few videos. And yeah, it's spot on, that blower is. I'm just got to really just finish a clean up and then put a new plug in it, and that'll be ready for his birthday at the beginning of December. So he likes the one I've got like that, the one I've had, what I bought new ages ago. So yeah, that's his present for that, and I've been right over that. Luckily that one didn't really cost anything much, because it had the piston and pot and piston were okay. But when I started up on the old crank, the crank rattled. Well, when I took it all apart, the little end bearing was worn. So I managed to change things all around, and yeah, it's a good one. I did put the recoil spring in there. You can just see. And that, I've got such a bad cramp in my hand doing that. Yeah, one of my regular viewers told me about there's a tool for winding them in, and I'm going to purchase one. And I did purchase another tool, and I'll show you that now. I purchased these, and what they are piston ring compressors, and they are brilliant. I did put the piston on that blower I just showed you, and that holds a sort of con rod in place and the piston in place, so it's a bit more solid to work. And then all I did was put one of them, that's the biggest one, but I used the second size up, I think it was that one there. Yeah, you just slide it over the piston with the ring sort of in position, press them like that, holds them in, and then work the pot over it, and they are excellent. So thanks a lot. I think your name is Bumpkin Rocks. I'll put it in on the screen now. Yeah, that was thanks for the tip, because they are brilliant, and they were pretty inexpensive. Under £10 they cost me, and they will be very, very useful. So thanks again for that. And I shall be ordering the that's what they are. I shall be ordering the spring compressor as well, because I watched it on YouTube and it really did look good. Nice and easy to do. So what else has been going on? Well, I've been sorting through and breaking mowers for spares. Not really just boxing stuff up at the moment and sorting it out. I had a good time out here last night. Well, not a good time, but like I said, I quite enjoy it out here. Taking things and packing them up in storage boxes for spares. That's why I wanted to finish a blower for my dad, because everything got left over with I put in a box. So I managed to make 2 from the 4 I had in the end. I did have 4, and so once I've done that, at least the blower's complete and the bits are all in the box, and then I can pack them away, and yeah, all is good. There might be a new project on the way, and it's totally different. Well, it's engine related still, but it's totally different to the other things. I shouldn't have really done it, but I just wanted something a bit different for over the winter months. It's okay being in here repairing lawnmowers and strimmers and that, but yeah, it does get a bit sort of monotonous. So I've purchased this thing. Well, I put a deposit on it at the moment, and it's frustrating sometimes because I can't get my vehicles in places to work on them, and I want to, and I like wasting time in the house. So I thought, oh, why not buy a project and it's a little bit different and get on with that. So I don't know whether it's a dud, I don't know whether it's good. You will see it when it arrives, but probably won't be till probably 3 weeks, and then I don't know what's going on with lockdown anyway. But yeah, it's quite a different thing. I'm quite I don't really get excited anymore, but I'm quite looking forward to this coming when eventually it does. But yeah, it did cost a bit because it's getting quite rare now, even though it's in a little bit of a state. So basically with that one, watch your space. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this Husqvarna back together, the Pro battery one, just tuck that in the back of the shed at the moment, and then I'm going to get these engines up and start on the engine video for you, for all you subscribers. The channel's gradually growing, and the more obviously it works like this, the more videos you put up, the more it grows. So yeah, so my next job is going to be to sort these engines out. They've been in the corner of the shed for actually years. They've been in the corner of the shed, and I'm fed up with them being there. So I've got a lot of the Honda HRX mowers. I've got a garage where I store some in, and yeah, there's loads of them in there. Probably about 5 or 6 plus spares. And this is the original size engine. You can put 160C, the it's a CGV 160 engines on. And to be honest, you don't really notice massive power difference, but they should have the 190, and this is the 190, and I'd like a backup one of them anyway for us. And I've got a good deck and drive and everything's on it, but it's got a 160 engine on, and I don't think that's not brilliant. It's well worn, so I'm going to try to make this engine so it'll go on that one. So I've still got the pressure washer. I'll show you that. Yeah, I've still got the pressure washer frame. Nothing has happened with that. The wheels are down there, as you can see. The pressure washer, all the engine connected to the pressure washer motor and everything is all next door. I've got to get out, and funny enough, I've got to give it a pressure wash before I get it in here to sort it all out. Like I said before, I think I've got a new tank and everything for it. The thing is though, things didn't go to plan this weekend. Yeah, this is actually talking about vehicles a little bit. Yeah, didn't go to plan. I went to my unit and started clearing it out and made a space for the T4. If it's going to get in my unit, it's going to be by the skin of its teeth, because it is so close to it will be so close to the top of the doors. Tyres have got to be let down to let it in. I might just squeeze it in. It's going to be a tight one. But my plan yesterday was to drop off the mowers I had in it at my garage, which I did. I went all right. I had a little bit of a sort out down there and crushed my knuckle, but that's all part and parcel of moving junk about. And then I went to my unit, moved things around, piled stuff up to make the space. The idea was then to come home, wash the top of the van, because it's still quite green from where it was stored at my dad's. Wash the van best I could, because it's so muddy around here at the moment. Take the roof racks off. And take the beast, or at least locate the how the beasting area is held on, because that need to come off, and I can't just unscrew it. It's the whole base of it needs to come off as well. And then I plan to get it up there and get it in there, then yeah, I could, it will be sort of sitting there ready for the conversion, which things have moved on with the conversion. Yeah, preparation for the conversion has actually moved on, but I'll do that in another video. But that, I wanted that up there, and then the heavens opened, and it absolutely really came down for ages. It absolutely soaked everywhere. I couldn't get outside to do it, so I had to give up on that yesterday. That means the van will be on the road another month with the tax, which I didn't want to happen. But it doesn't, financially, it doesn't affect things much, because I was going to tax the Subaru. If I got the tax off the van, well, what I'll do, I'll delay that another month, use the van. And now I'm sort of sorted up there. I will get in there a bit early. Won't use the van till the end of the month. You know, try not to do it last minute. Do it a week or so before. I'll lose a week's tax by not using it, but not using the van. But that doesn't really matter too much. And then hopefully that can sit in there ready for some work to be done on it. At least it'll be in the dry. And like I said, with this project I've bought, it'll be another thing that's in the dry, which I could actually get on with over winter. So yeah, did I need another project? No, but yeah, the van I've spoke about it before, haven't I? The engine conversion. So yeah, that is that's moving on, and it's cost me a little bit of money, but things have sort of fell into place quite well now with that. For the, well, I've had a lot of work done on the wiring loom. I don't know whether I told you, but like I said, there'll be I'll speak about all that in another video. I was hoping to do a video this weekend of the van in place in the unit, but that didn't happen, and I'm hoping it goes in there. I've inquired about another unit with the person I currently rent my unit off. I don't know whether I mentioned that before. I mean, he's having a think to see whether he can come up with anything, but he hasn't. That was a week ago, and I haven't heard nothing yet. Because the problem is my door. That's the main problem, really. It's not massively big, but the door isn't high enough. So he had another couple of things, but they weren't suitable. One was a container, and one was an office with like a workshop. But he said that wasn't that tool to get things in either. So yeah, they weren't no good. But it's something I'm going to have to really look into, because maintenance is getting behind on a lot of my stuff, because I can't get it in and the weather's so bad at the winter time, and that's when I can make the most of getting on with it when it's rough rainy days. So anyway, this video's gone quite well now. I'll just get our thing back together, and I'll wrap it up at the end, and then yeah, I can start on the Honda engine video. Hi again, it's the next evening now, and I've just sort of finished in the shed for the night. I've been working on them Honda engines, so I'll gradually start putting a video together for you of them. I haven't completed them yet, actually. I'm sort of halfway through. What else? The Amazon thing I mentioned earlier. One payment hadn't gone through, so we cancelled that order. So the 120 odd didn't actually go through. We got onto Amazon, and they're looking into it. So we're going to be they're going to have to they're going to have to give us our £90 odd back. So what Laura thinks has happened is the person's managed to hack our account and buy off themselves to get the money. So we don't think the tents sort of even exist. They're just there for the scam. So anyway, hopefully we get the £90 back without too much hassle. The bank can do nothing. She phoned the bank. They said they couldn't do nothing because the payment had already started to go through. So, yeah, I always find, to be honest, they always say contact your bank with these sort of things. But I always find they're a little bit useless. We had something the same before, and we couldn't actually. Just before I go, I'll tell you this. This was a bit of a scam thing as well, really. I did an Experian credit check thing. I went through, and I must have not unticked something, because unbeknown to me, subscribed to something which we didn't get an email, didn't get a catalogue or anything, didn't get nothing, and I didn't notice, so I didn't sort of check my online banking so much then, and it was like £25 a month, and it was about 3 or 4 months, so I lost about £100 there, and I couldn't do nothing about it. And so I never used that again. I think when I did one last time, it was a Clear Score or something, but that's one of the main ones they advertise, Experian, and it did me out of £100. I couldn't really do anything about it. So yeah, really annoying, because I don't even know what it was I subscribed to, but it was part of this, and they shouldn't be. Experian shouldn't be getting involved in these type of things, and you know, it should be. There shouldn't be any hidden things along the way when you're going through to login or whatever, or register or whatever, but it was on that and there's nothing I could do about it afterwards. So yeah, that was annoying, like I said. But I'll just turn it around just so you see in the shed, and then we'll finish this video. Yeah, so there's the Honda engines. I'm not going to go into that because that's a separate video. They're all part and everything. So basically, yeah, what I'm waiting for the piston for that to come. My dad's blower is done, like I showed you earlier. There's the one I fixed for myself. That is done as well. So we're getting on with things now. The next thing I'm after these Honda engines is I plan to work on the steel petrol cut off saw, I suppose call it, concrete sort of saw, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so yeah, I plan to start working on that next, and yeah, get that done. It's been sitting in here a long time. The only thing I want to do is sandblast the casing bit, but my sandblasting stuff isn't set up yet, so it's a little bit annoying. I've got a few things to sandblast now, so that might hold our project up a bit. But what I shall do first is the engine casing isn't too bad. I'll give that a paint over, and then I'll get the new piston and that, and actually get the engine part back together. But yeah, that'll be after I've done this, and then there's a bit of pressure washer as well. So anyway, like I said, this video's gone on long enough. I'll leave it here, and yeah, there'll be another shed chat soon. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be along with another video again soon.